Hi, I'm Dr. Mamina, a triple board certified dermatologist, and today we're diving into the fascinating and amazing world of Korean beauty, the viral routines, the 10-step regimens, the snail mucin, the bean essence, the glass skin goals. I know you've probably seen it all over your feed. There are so many interesting products from Korea, but what's actually science-based and what's just marketing? And what could be too much of a good thing? Let's break it all down, derm style, with insights from research and clinical experience. Let's start with our first. Oh my gosh, this is probably one of my favorite inventions from Korea are those invisible facial patches that can block UV rays. Because really, you need all the help you can get. Sunscreen, you have to reapply. Even hats, hats cover from the UV rays above, but sun still will reflect off of cement, sand, whatever. And this part of the face is where we see the worst issues with hyperpigmentation. I would love to get my hands on some of these patches. One of the brands that makes it is called Franz, F-R-A-N-Z. Okay, this is also one of my favorite things about K-Beauty is that they really are good about avoiding a lot of harsh products. Pore strips, I feel like, are traumatizing to the skin because you could potentially rip off your normal skin barrier with it too. And I love this technique where they're using ingredients that essentially melt the sebum. So they do have nose strips and whatnot as well that are infused with these serum melting ingredients. And it's such a more gentle way to remove blackheads and clogged pores. I'm a fan. Okay, I definitely want to try those. I haven't tried these collagen patches that you spray on. I think that there's a little bit of a wow factor with that. So there's that. And then their collagen mask, and she's right. So when you hear the word collagen in a collagen mask, you automatically think, oh, it's supposed to boost my collagen. It's supposed to increase my collagen production. And that's actually not the case. The ingredient collagen is actually too large to penetrate the skin. But what it can do is really hydrate the skin. It's an amazing humectant. So it's awesome to have collagen sheet masks. I think this is a variant of that. And when you see people peel it off, it's this beautiful dewy skin. Very interesting. Let's move on to our next video. Okay, another thing that I appreciate about K-Beauty is that they make products where the user experience is really enjoyable. I mean, did you see the texture of that cleanser? It just looked like a whipped, thick, gooey mochi, kind of soft mochi-like texture. I want to try this so bad. And also, a rice-based cleanser, I'm definitely a fan of. I'm a fan of rice. I think rice has a lot of different beneficial properties. It's nourishing to the skin, it's hydrating, but what's also cool is that it's slightly exfoliating too. So, and it brightens the skin. So I could see how this helps with clogged pores. I don't know exactly all the ingredients in this cleanser, but I do know there's rice in it. And yeah, I would definitely love to try this cleanser. It looks so fun, actually. Not this size. This size would be super freaking obnoxious, but would love to just try the regular size. All right, let's move on to our next video. Okay, sea moss for clear skin. Sea moss has definitely been a trending thing, I think not only in K-beauty, but just on TikTok in general. And I think that there's pros and cons to sea moss. So people like sea moss because of all the minerals that sea moss can provide: iodine, potassium, there's zinc, And like zinc, can be very anti-inflammatory. So these can, for sure, out of the different minerals, zinc and selenium, they can have anti-inflammatory properties for the skin. Also, it's thought to have some antibacterial, sea moss is thought to have some antibacterial properties. There is a little bit of sulfur in sea moss too. And I definitely hear people touting great results with sea moss. But my issue with sea moss is that it seems like it's going to be hard to regulate how many minerals you're actually getting with sea moss, like being able to quantify it. And yeah, sure, there might be sulfur in it, but is it really enough to be antibacterial? And if it is, like, that can be potentially dangerous for some people because, sulfur, that needs to be looked at more closely too. So it's probably an insignificant amount. And then the other thing too is that with sea moss can come some other contaminants, potentially like heavy metals. So my issue is that I want it to be a little bit more regulated. I can't really say that this is truly a safe and amazing product to use. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure that it's helped so many people with their skin. I just would like to see a little bit more regulation around it. All right, let's move on to the next video. Yeah, so she's using the Biodance, the viral Biodance collagen mask. I've used this before. I am a huge fan. There's something really special about this mask. And there's so many other brands that make masks like these. And we mentioned before, the word collagen can be a little bit misleading because you think, oh, it's like building my collagen and treating my wrinkles. And I think the beauty of this mask is that it's really trapping in those hydrating ingredients, including collagen, really well. I don't know what the technology is on like how it dries up like that, but definitely a game changer. Love doing this like before a big event or like before a big film shoot or something. I think you just get immediate glass skin. All right, here's the next video. Oh, I love this mother-daughter duo. Okay, I think honestly that this is genius. I think every time that you dip your fingers into a cleansing balm, you are introducing bacteria. And there's one cleansing balm actually where I thought I saw mold or bacteria are growing in it. And I was like, that does not seem right. And the spoons I honestly think are impractical, and those can harbor bacteria too. So I want one of those cleansing balms. That seems awesome. All right, so the microneedling-in-a-bottle is referring to the VT Cosmetics Riedel shot, which I have personally tried, and I actually am a fan. I was initially very concerned. So basically, it contains tiny little spicules, and these little spicules, I think they're from some kind of marine creature. But anyways, they're essentially microneedling or penetrating the skin so that you can get other skincare products to penetrate better into the skin. And I was concerned because any kind of foreign body you're putting on your skin, I'm like, you can get a foreign body reaction. And I actually had emailed the company and I was like, can I see the studies? Like, I just want to see like how deep these spicules actually go. And what I saw to be very reassuring was that they actually don't go past the epidermis, and they pretty much stay in the superficial layers of the epidermis. So when we look at the skin, there's the epidermis, the dermis, and then the fat. The epidermis is the thin top layer of skin. The dermis is where your collagen sits, your hyaluronic acid, other hydrating material. And the epidermis is essentially our protective barrier. If things get into the dermis, then you can definitely get foreign body reactions. And so I was like, okay, cool. Like these aren't going like super deep. And then like the body naturally releases them too. So I thought that was interesting. And when I do use them, I do definitely notice a difference. So I would say I am a fan. I would like to see long-term, results of this kind of innovation, just to see, if it really does have a long-lasting impact. So yeah, I talked about these sun patches before. They seem like a really cool concept. I'm a huge fan. I did forget to mention that you still want to make sure that you're applying sunscreen all around because it's only partially covering your face. But I think it's also honestly kind of genius because it's the most impacted area on the face, I think, for people, especially that deal with hyperpigmentation. Okay, so I have used these sheet masks before that are supposed to like lift your jawline. I don't know for sure if they're effective. I do like the convenience of the mask going behind your ear so it doesn't fall off because sometimes these masks are slippery and they just slip off. Whether or not it truly lifts your jawline, I think it's possible that it can a little bit, but I do think it's a temporary effect. I think it's fun and it's one of the things where I don't think you need to go out and buy these sheet masks. It's for people who are already skincare enthusiasts who are doing all the other things that are important. This is not super important, but sure, if you want to try to have like a little bit more of a snatched jawline before a big event or presentation or whatever, then go for it, have fun, you know. Honestly, I'm a big fan of stick form of anything. I just think that makes application less messy, like sunscreen sticks, retinol sticks. This pore stick is interesting. So this is by the brand, it's like the Skin 1004, and it has like 5 different clays in it that really can absorb the oil from your pores. But I also appreciate that it has soothing ingredients like Centella asiatica and aloe. So it's not a super drying type of mask. But yeah, I think the experience of just applying it with the stick is what makes it more enjoyable. All right, here's our next video. Very interesting. So essentially aloe vera gel to treat pimples. Now, I do have to say aloe vera gel definitely has a lot of different benefits to it. It is soothing, it's anti-inflammatory, it can have some antibacterial properties. So I can see how it can help with acne. It's not gonna be the biggest needle mover for acne though, okay? You're gonna wanna use ingredients like salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide, azelaic acid, sulfur, niacinamide. The interesting thing though is that people forget when treating acne is that you also want to make sure that you're maintaining a healthy, hydrated, nourished skin barrier. And aloe vera can is helping with the process of nourishing the skin barrier. But like I said, in general, if you have these little comedones on your forehead like she does here, you're better off you're going to see better results, I would say, with a traditional acne ingredient. It's reassuring though that a gentle ingredient like aloe has made that much of an impact on her skin. Okay, wow, that was just the beginning. Korean skincare is a world of its own and we've only scratched the surface. There's more snail mucin, more multi-step routines, and yes, even more skin myths to unpack. Part 2 is where it gets really interesting. I'll be reacting to some of the most viral and controversial K-beauty trends I've seen yet. So grab your toner and meet me in part 2. It's linked below and waiting for you. I'll see you there.